Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? Back with another video. And today I'm going to be showing y'all how I fertilize some of my vegetables and some of my fruit trees. Today I'm going to be fertilizing my potatoes, a peach tree, and my apple trees. As it sits right now, I had to think about it before, but those are going to be the ones that I'm going to be fertilizing, and I'm going to kind of walk y'all through it and show y'all exactly how I do it. All right, everybody, so first thing we're going to be using is, like I said, I like to put my granulars down first, and this is just an all-purpose granular that I'm going to be using. Like I said, I'm going to spread that to all of my plants and everything I want to feed first. So as you can see, it's just a 444. And like I said, I like to be, this is just some cotton candy stuff, not sponsored, but, and like I said, because I'm going to be adding more soil to these are potatoes, by the way. I'm going to be adding more soil to them, so if not today, definitely tomorrow. But like I said, I like to be kind of generous with it. This right here is, I like to be very generous with it. A bit more on this one. And like I said, I'm gonna cover those up some more with some more soil, and then that'll be covered up. But I'm gonna water them in first, and then go from there. Let's walk back here first, though, to the apple and peach tree. And I'm only gonna give it to one of the peach trees because of my other one. It got hit by some frost. I didn't cover this one up because at the time it was too tall, but I pruned it back, so it ain't completely woke up yet. So I'm not gonna give it to that one, but I am gonna give it to my apple tree over here. Oh man, it's looking amazing. Look at it, guys. Looks amazing. Flowers all over it. And if you didn't know, with these apple trees, or at least with the one that I do have, is that you get 5 leaves. The process of getting apples is that you get 5 leaves on them, and you pretty much get 5 chances for apples, up to 5 chances. And it starts out, let me see if I got any on here. Starts out like this one, right there, a little ball. Then it opens up, then it dies back and turns into something like that. And then from there, it turns into something. Let's see if it'll focus. Yep, like that. Turns into that, and then the apple from there comes out of here. And as you can see, I'm look like I'm facing some type of mites. See, look like I have some mites, and those mites are hard to deal with. I don't know if it'll focus for me. Those mites are kind of hard to deal with. Still got some new growth and stuff coming out though, but those mites are hard to deal with due to them being encased. Liz, now see, look at her, and then she's taking the leaves off. I wonder why all these leaves are down here, and it's because she's been taking them off, just snatching them off. But yeah, they're a little difficult to deal with due to the, oh man, my persimmon tree is coming back nice. Waiting for some fruit to come on that. But they're a little difficult to deal with because they're encased in like this type of protective casing on, like around them. As they're eating and doing their stuff, they're secreting like this stuff that comes out of their back end. And it pretty much, see, this is what I'm gonna use on the peach tree. And it encases themselves inside of it, because I've sprayed that tree numerous times, because all there are aphids. They just, like I said, they're just protected. They're very well protected. You have to like scratch that stuff back and get the spray in there. And they've kind of like, I want to get that taken care of because as you can see, they started at the bottom. And like I said, that's why I say y'all need to be checking out y'all fruit trees and checking out your gardens, because it doesn't take long for infestation to take hold and take over and kill or reduce the amount of fruit that you're going to have. But look at all, I don't know if you can see the peaches, but they're all over. I'm not really going to thin it unless I see that branches may be broken, but still then I'm just going to let it do what it do and support the branches if they need my support. But I'm just gonna fertilize the tree with some of this, just sprinkle it all around the bottom there, and get on to the liquid side of things. So let me go ahead and get this done. All right guys, so the next two products that I'm going to be using is the humic acid and the Agri-Thrive. Two next things I'm going to be using. I'm not going to use a lot of this. And this is my first time using this stuff, so I'm not going to use a lot. Try to get like 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. But just make sure you read the back of the label to see how much you're actually supposed to be putting in there. Like I said, I put how much I feel like I need to use, and you need to do the same. Either read it or, you know, kind of test it out to see what works type thing. But I'm gonna do the same thing with this Agri-Thrive. I'm going to just put like a couple globs in there, but it's kind of hard to do one-handed, so I'll be right back. All right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up and mix it up real good. But the reason why I'm fertilizing like this is because the vegetable and tree that I'm using this on, they don't need anything high in really anything. Like these potatoes, right? If I give them too much nitrogen, they're just going to be very green, bushy, and that's about it. They're not going to really have any, the tubers in the ground are not going to be big at all, if anything. So I want to do something balanced because I want everything to work in harmony together. I want it to grow, the leaves to grow, so they can collect nutrients. But then I also want the tuber in the ground to grow, because that's what I want to eat. But they all have to work in harmony together in order for this to work. Put a little bit in there too. That's my sweet potato. That's my sweet potato. Trying to get some slips from that, because I usually like to start out. These right here are just regular potatoes. They're not sweet potatoes. They're just regular potatoes, and I like to start with these first because they're not too, they don't really like the heat like the sweet potatoes do. Sweet potatoes, they don't mind the heat, they don't mind the humidity, they don't care about none of that. They just ready, as soon as you put them slips in the ground, they're ready to go. They don't care about none of that other stuff you're talking about. They're just ready to grow, ready to get the job done. So I got all that worked in, watered for my sweet potatoes. I mean, for my regular potatoes and my sweet potato. So next thing I'm gonna do is go and do the same thing to the peach tree and the apple tree, and I'll come talk to y'all after I get done with that. All right, y'all. So I got the peach tree already fertilized. Now I'm gonna come over to the apple tree, and dealing with that peach tree with the netting and stuff, it was definitely a pain. But I'm gonna just show y'all how I, just water it in real good. Water it in nice and good. But yeah, this is something balanced, because like I said, it does have fruit on it. So I don't want, it to drop its fruit, because that's something that will happen if you put too much nitrogen on a fruiting tree, like apple trees. They will drop their fruit. So it's like, hey, I don't have the food for this. I don't have the nutrients for this. What I do have an excess of nutrients for is for flowering, stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you don't give like your stone fruits, peach trees, apple trees, pears. You don't want to give them too much nitrogen during the fruiting stages. You want to give them as balanced as possible to where it has the nutrients that it needs when it needs it. All right, everybody, so I'm done fertilizing what I need to get fertilized for, at least right now or for today. But I'm going to talk about this humic acid for a little bit. All right, so the humic acid is supposed to be like an all-around good thing for your soil. It's supposed to be a good amendment. It's supposed to be like amending the soil. It's supposed to be rejuvenating the soil. It's supposed to be pretty much like rejuvenates the soil and the microorganisms in the soil so that your plant can uptake what it needs to uptake and be more efficient with doing it. And you're able to use less fertilizer because of that, because your plants or your trees are able to uptake nutrients a lot better and more efficient. Less of it's being waste, so less of it you have to be used. So that's why when I just fertilize the stuff that I did, I used something that was this AgriThrive, and I've had it for a while, guys. I've had it for a long time, as you can see. Like I said, quite a bit of it's used, but that's a nice size, and it's been lasting me forever. But yeah, it's supposed to be good for your plants, good for the trees, supposed to be good for all that stuff, man. So I'm going to try it out so y'all don't have to, and just let you know if it works or if it doesn't work. If it does, like I said, you know before you spend money on it. Then if it doesn't work, you know not to spend no money on it. Pretty much point blank. So this is it, guys. Just fertilizing. Like I told y'all before, fertilize your stuff. Don't make it too difficult. Don't make it too confusing. Just fertilize it, feed it, give it what it needs, and keep it moving. All right, y'all, signing out.